Hello, I'm the artist Michael R. Zotos, and today is August 31st, 2023. What I want to talk about right now is the self-help books that I feel really helped me a lot in to progress. Okay, I was originally a furniture reupholsterer with my father, and I then got involved in business-to-business telephone sales because there was no social context involved in the back of a furniture upholstery shop, and I couldn't take it once I got out of high school. So I got in these telephone sales organizations, and very motivating. People are walking around, they're making money, and I found it was something I could do. I really liked it. But the bottom line is the office managers would require you to go out and buy certain self-help books. It started with The Magic of Thinking Big, where David A. Schwartz, wrote it and talks about that thoughts are things. Okay. From there was a book called Winning Through Intimidation by Robert J. Ringer, where he talks about winning through intimidation, but it's not what you think. It's not grabbing a lead pipe and running around scaring people. It's about, now mind you, we're in a telephone sales office. They make you come in with a three-piece suit on and a jacket and a tie every day as a young guy and to talk on a telephone. Now, why would you do that? Okay, because you feel the part. And that was what winning through intimidation is about. But dressing up nicely, behaving nicely. Okay, you come off. They call it intimidating, but it's not the bad way. Okay, you're making yourself a business person. And from there, I went to Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. And another one was Zig Ziglar had Goals, okay. There's Norman Vincent Peale, very good. Andrew Carnegie, very good, okay. And the bottom line is, by reading these information, then going to the audio tapes where the same people who had written these books were now articulating live on a cassette tape that you have in your car as you drive, okay, and I was applying the information. I wound up coming up with my own way, my own self-help. Okay, so what I did was I developed this thing, and I'll just tell you this is a very powerful thing for getting what you'd call instant gratification. That means getting a result here and now. So you have to use it with a moral compass, because it's powerful. You don't just go around taking things from people, okay? This is, if you're going to be doing business, do it with business people, because it's on you. You're the person who's going to wind up having lived with whatever it is that you did participate in, and you want to do the right thing. This is really about creating a spirit of harmony between you and what you would call your prospect. So now I'm just going to get into it and show you exactly what to do, okay? Well, like I say, it's very effective. I'm not saying use it sparingly. I'm saying use it with a moral compass. So you're going to go on the transaction. As an example, I'm going to buy, let's say, a Grand Marquis. The guy deals in these vehicles, and I want it for $4,000, which is less than he wants. So I take my 3x5 card, like yay, and at the top there's a little wider space than the rest of the lines. And I write across the top, handwrite on there, in pen, today I will buy the Grand Marquis for $4,000. Now, mind you here, your mind has a subconscious mind, and you're thinking all the time, even while you're driving over to the place, to the office, the business, the car lot. You're thinking about what's happening in traffic. You're thinking about what happened with the neighbor. You're thinking about your relatives, okay? What relative got in what trouble. All these things are your subconscious mind. And you can feel it as you're driving, as you're going to the place. You know you're everywhere except on the deal. Well, you're changing here with this practice your subconscious mind. You're turning it into really like a good working piece of machinery, so to speak. You write across the top, today I will buy this Grand Marquis for $4,000. Then you write 5 to 7 reasons below, one line each hopefully, as to why you can Not why you will, not why you want to, why you can, okay? Well, I really like Grand Marquis. That's a reason I can buy it for $4,000. I know a lot about Grand Marquis. One that I like to use is, I'm wearing a blue shirt today because I have blue eyes and they go well together, and it makes me come off nicely. At least in my mind, that's effective. So I'll say I'm wearing a blue shirt today, okay? I'm actually visiting the business, not calling them up and saying, you know that Grand Marquis you got out there for $6,000? No, you show up. So I put that on there, okay? I have the money in hand. And you have to do that, okay? If you're going to buy something, have the money there so you can show it to him. Then he makes the decision, by the way, or she does. Well, anyway, then you take this 3x5 card and you rewrite it, okay? 3 times, but each line. Today I will buy the Grand Marquis for $4,000. Today I will buy the Grand Marquis for $4,000. Today I will buy the Grand Marquis for $4,000. I know a lot about Grand Marquis. I know a lot about Grand Marquis. I know a lot about Grand Marquis. I really like Grand Marquis. I really like Grand Marquis. I really like Grand Marquis. Okay, I'm actually showing up at the office to buy the Grand Marquis. In that case, you're getting 2 lines. I'm actually showing up at the office to buy the Grand Marquis. I'm actually showing up at the office to buy the Grand Marquis. I have the money in hand for the Grand Marquis. I have the money in hand for the Grand Marquis. I have the money in hand for the Grand Marquis. Then you rewrite the whole thing, top to bottom, 2 times. Today I will buy the Grand Marquis for $4,000. Today I will buy the Grand Marquis for $4,000. I really like Grand Marquis. I really like Grand Marquis. I know a lot about Grand Marquis. I know a lot about Grand Marquis. I'm showing up at the office to buy the Grand Marquis. I'm showing up at the office to buy the Grand Marquis. I have the money in hand to buy the Grand Marquis. I have the money in hand to buy the Grand Marquis. When you're finished, you rip the card up and you throw it away. Now, mind you, if somebody would have picked that card up and start reading it, they couldn't tell what it says because it's been written over so many times. What happens is each time you rewrite, you're rewriting over what was there. And you have to concentrate a little bit because you really can't see it towards the end because you know it because you've already written it, and it becomes your subconsciousness. So when you then go to the prospect and you talk to him, now mind you here, in that instance, he or she may have a higher up that they have to talk to. You've got to meet them too, okay? Because your subconscious mind will penetrate them, okay? And you'll get your deal. I'm telling you, this has almost 100% hit ratio. But as I said, you have to use it, not sparingly. Use it, but use it with a moral compass, okay? Because you're really actually creating a spirit of harmony amongst yourself and these other people. And you do not want to start implanting bad harmony in your mind. They talk about karma. I'm not one to technically believe in much in the way of karma. I don't disbelieve, but with the subconscious mind, oh, it's there, okay? You go around screwing people, you're going to screw yourself, believe it, okay? I'm the guy who wrote it. I know what I'm talking about here. Use a moral compass, but do it. Okay, well, I do want to further point out that this method works for pretty much anything you want to do to get an immediate result. I call it immediate gratification with regards to sales, but let's say you want to go to a person's business, a professional person's business office, and come back with a straight, truthful answer on a question. Let's say it's a legal question and you can talk to a lawyer, or it's an accounting question, you want to talk to an accountant, okay? And you don't want the usual pattern bullshit, you want the real answer. You do this first. If you make an application for something and you're going to talk to the person who approves whether or not this thing flies or whether it even gets submitted, you do the 3x5 card method first. If you're going to give a speech, okay, and you're not comfortable, you're not used to it, do the 3x5 card method first, okay? And even things that you do if you want to do some physical activity in the yard, get a result without straining yourself, you know, don't do that, but because this is very powerful here. But if you want to cut some wood, move some logs, and it's going to be a strenuous day, okay, and you have the right equipment, okay, you want to tune your subconscious mind up first to get the result, and this works. This has almost 100% hit ratio. I've personally found it always works, unless either the prospect I'm dealing with, if I'm going to buy a vehicle and it's already been sold, well, they can't sell it twice, or if I'm really proposing something outrageous, okay, then of course that's a different story. And then you have to defend yourself against other people who do this by, when somebody does come up with something outrageous, try to see it in advance and just turn it off, you know, and that's what you have to do. But the method works, it works well, and it's a good business secret, and it's the result of a lot of years of a lot of hard work, okay, and you really have something here.